Drug reform proponents in states and cities nationwide appealed directly to the people at the ballot box again in 2002, seeking as they have now for years to outflank recalcitrant government officials. The most prominent measures, which sought the liberalization of marijuana laws in Arizona and Nevada, as well as treatment rather than prison for nonviolent drug offenders in Ohio, lost by convincing margins. A host of factors, including a post-9/11 turn from liberal social policies and, on the brink of war, the campaigning of a popular Republican president, contributed to reformers' unaccustomed electoral defeats. Reformers of all stripes had previously triumphed in 17 of 19 ballot measures, including 13 of 14 sponsored by billionaires George Soros and Peter Lewis and multimillionaire John Sperling. That's from the White House Campaign Against Drug Reform Initiatives. Anti-drug ads sway the vote of those who pay for them by Daniel Forbes, which is in Abuse Your Illusions, the disinformation guide to media mirages and establishment lies. Hello and welcome to another edition of the Stench of Truth. I could do something about drug reform. I've mentioned it briefly, my feeling is that there is a tremendous need for drug reform laws, but I'll save that for another time. I want to talk about two things in a broader context. The broad context is what a tremendous fucking failure President Obama has turned out to be. I look back at the election and the broad painted brushstrokes of the so-called right in this country, trying to label him as a Marxist, as a socialist, and the dangers that this country would be faced with an Obama presidency. And I look at what has been done while he has been in office, and I have to say that Obama is about as far from a socialist as you can get. He is firmly fascist, firmly a corporatist. He might as well be George Bush's heir apparent, his successor to the empire of the United States, with him as the king, the grand corporate master of the whole thing. He's a total failure on everything that he had campaigned on. He's a total failure to everybody that supported him. That's why his popularity is going down so dramatically. It's because he is an utter and complete fucking failure. And there are no apologies from this man either. He has failed in every fucking thing that he has done since he's been in office. Everything. Not only has he not done the things that he said he was going to do, he has enacted policies absolutely contrary to the things that he said he was going to do when he became president. I don't know how any honest person in this country can, with any kind of conscience, say that they still support this man after being so completely fucking sold out. I could give you thousands of fucking examples, but I'll just mention a couple. And this will relate to the two particular things that I want to talk about. One is the complete sellout of the fucking auto industry, the virtual giving of Chrysler to Fiat, and the bailout of GM only to support their growth in China, Brazil, Mexico, other fucking markets, to export fucking jobs out of this country. And that brings me to one of the issues that I want to talk about now in relation to Obama's total, utter fucking failure. That's the Cash for Clunkers program. Well, I had a friend who just this past week went to several dealerships here in our area and had a car which qualified for the maximum amount under the Cash for Clunkers program, which is $4,500. They went to many dealerships and were told basically the same thing by all of them. That is that whenever there was one that was accepting the Cash for Clunkers program, they were told that they had no cars that qualified for him to buy. Okay? The other thing is, one of the dealers told them when they went to look at the cars that they are really in dire straits because the government has not reimbursed them for the cars that they've purchased underneath this program. It is a total fucking boondoggle. Now, they'll have you believe that this is a successful program because they just flew through that $1 billion. Well, what the fuck did they fucking spend it on? Because there are dealers out there who are not getting fucking paid. Now, ultimately, people are ending up with cars under this program, which I suppose, looking at it one way, is a good thing. But if there are dealers out there who are hanging on the brink of fucking a collapse because they're not getting paid by the government under this program, then I think it's another fucking sham. Okay? Now, what was another thing that was really big on populist socialist Obama's plan when he was running for office? Let's do something to save American homes. So we'll have this great program to save American homes and to save people and keep them in their homes, to help them with their mortgages when they get in trouble. Funny that! Seems to me last month we had probably the highest rate, the highest number of foreclosures in history. This under the president who enacted a policy, a program that was designed to help homeowners, right? That's what it was for. Go to the fucking website yourself and see if you fucking qualify. I guarantee you, you don't, unless you're in two very specific fucking categories. If you don't happen to be in those categories, then it's basically fuck you. And that's why you have, I think it was 365,000 foreclosures. Now you add that on top of the 500 million fucking job losses on average per month. What is happening to this economy? Every single thing that this president has promised, he has not only failed to fucking deliver, he has either delivered garbage or the exact fucking opposite of what he promised. This is the worst sham presidency that I've ever seen. And you know, now we have the healthcare issue too, which I've talked about many times, which I could probably talk about ad infinitum. But I will just mention this one thing, and that is, surprise, surprise, the fucking healthcare industry is paying for pro-Obamacare ads because they want it. Now why do you think they fucking want it? Especially the pharmaceutical industry, which secretly, mind you, made a fucking deal with the president that said, we will magnanimously give up $80 billion in profits over 10 years if you guarantee that Medicare or any other groups will be restricted from trying to get lower prices. Yes, this is what the president of the people has done. He has completely sold you down the fucking river, and he will continue to fucking do so. You do not have to wait to give him a chance, because every chance he has had, he has stabbed you in the fucking back. And if you turn around again, he'll do it again, and again, and again. Thank you. Good night.